I'm new to this, so somebody was calling, and I pressed decline, and it just cut my picture. I mean, I don't know what happened. So we gonna start again by talking about the actual business and location and the process of you getting it.
Right. I really can't say what the building would be right now. I really wanted the north side. We really trying to look at like the Calhoun Center. We can use the Calhoun Center, or I've been looking for buildings, but like I said, like as soon as I get a building, it's the minute I put my feet to pavement to get this nonprofit organization off the ground.
So is it so the program? Tell me about the program exactly. Like, are you going to pick kids up or people? I mean, is it like going to be an evening time after school situation, or is it like
Right, right.
weekend?
Uh, Basically like a after school program. That's my vision of it. Like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Eventually like just take trips on the weekends, or um, and just life, give them life lessons. My bad. Teach them all about life lessons. So as you come to this program after school, not only will we sit down and do your homework with you, we'll have other things as like DJ course, or things like job interview course, things to get the kids to sit down and understand that planning for your future is very important. How important is your grades in high school? What is the SAT? You know what I'm saying? A future after high school. Because I really want the program to be from the age of 12, where you entering last, I think, 12, 13, entering eighth grade, right? And then 14 you entering high school. So as everybody know, those 4 years go quick. Those 4 years of high school go so fast. So just keeping them on track through going into high school to finish at high school. You understand? Because if I had something that was gonna let me know, or help me and guide me through all my trials and tribulations that I went through in high school, I think I would have had made better decisions at the end of the school, or been in a better predicament at the end of the school, you know what I mean, to better my life after high school. My hardships came because I really didn't do what I was supposed to do in high school. Barely graduating, and then had to deal with the reality of you got to get a job now. You know what I'm saying? And you start thinking about all the mistakes that you have made. And I look back, Lex, and like, if I can help a kid get through times like that, or stuff that they're going through at home, or you know what I mean, just they mindset in life, getting them to understand that there's so much more to life, and getting them to understand that there's so many resources out here that when somebody say you can be whatever you want to be, that's a real statement. You
Yeah.
understand? The only difference between us is we don't apply ourselves. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like because we don't apply ourselves because the lack of knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that a lot of people that don't want to apply themselves. You know what I'm saying? But it's the lack of not knowing, which leads you to not applying yourself. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I hope the program can help with all that. You know what I mean? And like I say, Lex, everything I do is for the betterment of these babies. So my win is them walking across a college stage, and them getting a scholarship to college from an essay they wrote. You know what I'm saying? Not from running a 4-1 and catching a football. You know, you just sit here and wrote a 5-page essay and turned it in with a college application and got your scholarship. You know
That's
what I mean? It's so many different ways. You know what I mean? And I can't tell you all of them because I'm still learning myself. I'm 31 years old, And I'm not saying that I'm not still learning from my mistakes. That, you know what I mean, I feel like was pivotal in my life and putting me in the predicament I am now. You know what I mean? And it's just all about making better decisions, Lex. And that's what I learned. Like, and people can tell you, like, you pay for every decision you make, whether it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? It's an outcome to it.
It is.
So it's like, I was so used to making the right now decision, the decision for right now. You know what I'm saying? And not really embracing my process and my journey. You know what I'm saying? Then I get frustrated with the outcome of it
Mhm.
when I ultimately was the person, excuse me, that made the decision that caused that outcome.
Right.
And a better understanding of things. Like I said, for a long time, Lex, I listened to respond instead of listening to understand. You know what I mean? And that goes a long way, like respect. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So just hoping that I can get some kids and sit some little dudes down that's misguided. You know what I mean? That big homie this, big homie that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going out here doing whatever for these dudes, getting locked up. They ain't going to see your kids, putting no money on your books, making sure your family's straight. You know what I'm saying? But these the dudes that y'all look up to and they go do anything for. But that's just about perspective in life and getting them to understand that it's more to life than, you know what I mean, what you have learned in life. Because you if you knew better, you would do better. You know what I mean? That's a true statement. And sometimes people just don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you get to afford them and hold them accountable for their actions. But sometimes we don't understand what they went through, where they come from, and sometimes, like we say, they just didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
So, um, if you knew better, then you do better, and that applies to adults, kids, everywhere. Because you're never gonna stop learning. I don't care what's going on. You don't know everything, and it's just take for you to encounter somebody and to listen. Like you said, listen to understand, and a little bit of anything, for what somebody says can make a big difference as far as learning, and just taking it and applying it to your life is not hard. But I think it's the outlet that's the problem because a lot of people don't have that outlet to hear people who can give them jewels and just talk to them and not judge. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, a lot of adults right now, in my opinion, talk to kids uh, as a okay, that's where I've been, that's where I seen, right? But some kids just need to be heard. They just want somebody to listen to them. You know what I mean? Like feedback is good, but sometimes the feedback turns into judgment. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's why a lot of kids shut down. A lot of kids don't want to talk to certain people because they automatically feel like they're being reprimanded. No, don't do this. No, don't do that. Instead of being understanding and giving them ways that okay, well maybe you should do it this way. Maybe you can do it that way, and if that don't work, you can do it this way. I think some people don't know how to do that, and I think it come off in a different way to the kids nowadays, because of the way they're being influenced by different outlets as far as social media is concerned. So I think it's always a big deal for to have a person that you can touch and contact and that you can talk to that can listen, and not be judgmental. Because everybody got their own story, their own light, in their own way, especially right now, what's going on in the city. So I think that's a big deal, and I think it's a big deal for kids to have that outlet where they know it's gonna be people that will listen, like listen to me. You know what I'm saying? And that take away a lot of like the mental health issues and the oh he just needs some Ritalin or oh he just need this. Like nah, like I just need somebody to listen to me. So I think what you're doing is a real big deal, and I think that a lot of kids uh, need it. And on top of what you just said, as far as the things the kids need, why do you think it's such a big deal for you just not to give up? Like if this your focus, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people be deterred by things not going their way, and if you've been through some shit and you already know that things not gonna always go your way. So how is this a big deal? You know what I'm saying? To see this through and to make this happen.
Um, I would say it's a very big deal to me because let me say this. Let me to start off. When I had this idea, Lex, just like everything I just started with, it was a process to me. So, I gave myself almost like a 2 year goal with it. You know what I mean? And just elaborating and talking about it with people. A lot of people just like, well, Tim, we need this now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do this now, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, talking to the right people and they saying, Tim, look, this is a good idea. I can get it to such and such and see what they think about it. You know what I mean? Maybe we can, polish it up, clean it up a little bit more. You know what I mean? And just put it in the right hands of people. So the process kind of got pushed faster than what I actually planned it to. But it's like it's there now. So like you say, it's just about me putting more into it because like you said, I'm a man of many hats, with having to have to work a 9 to 5 to support my family, you know what I mean, the kids, to being a coach, to even trying to start this, you know what I mean? And sometimes I spread myself thin and you give sometimes when you don't have. And that could be overwhelming sometimes. But let me say this, Lex. To pick it back off what you were saying, with these kids. Uh, One of my things I really want to have with this program is like a hot to hot day. And what I mean when I say that is, the parent come too. Because sometimes that kid just want they parent to understand them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But, it's really hard to get, we all know, like it's hard for a kid to get they point across and with their parent because the parent, this is my house, this, you know what I mean, and or they cut them off because they mom and dad, and sometimes that kid feels like they parent don't understand. So if I could create an environment where the parent come in and the child come in and it's a safe environment where everybody can talk about their feelings, their emotions, and what's going on, just as well as the parent can talk about how the child make them feel, the expectations of this child. You know what I'm saying? And what's what I mean, what they want for their child, what they had to sacrifice for what their child have. Because
Mhm.
sometimes kids don't understand that. You know what I mean? Parents make a lot of sacrifices for y'all. You know what I mean? Even if some people say, well, my parents couldn't be here, but working and providing, you know what I mean, that all takes time too. So sometimes we can't be there. So it becomes now to sacrifice as a parent. And I
Mhm.
don't think sometimes the kid understand that and
Mhm.
how privileged you really are. So, you know, just on the parent perspective, like, the child feel misunderstood, but so do the parent. You know,
Mhm.
I could create a hot to hot date, things like this in this program. It ultimately would strengthen the community because, like I said, it takes a village. You know what I mean?
So, what exactly do you need that you want from the community right now, as far as
It's the
building the
support.
program?
It's the support because like I say, Lex, I come from the streets. You know what I mean? And if you get the backing of the streets, you already know that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You can make something happen, and or you can create change. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So being that from my background and who I am, what I'm really looking out of this is to have the streets backing for. Look, Tim, I got two little dudes that you know what I mean. I need you to get, man. You know what I mean? Because you got so many. I ain't gonna say so many. I won't say that, but so many kids are going in the wrong direction and being influenced. You know what I mean? So if I could get the streets to influence them to
Yeah.
be a part of this,
Mhm.
that's a start. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm really looking forward out of this. You know what I mean? Is the backing of my people for real.
Yeah. No question. Um. So, what in your mind? Uh, get the ball rolling. What's the estimated time frame that you want to see this up and running by?
If I get a building before when school starts,
Awesome. Awesome.
and when school
So,
starts,
going through all the technical things as far as licenses and all that stuff. How from when school start, if you get a business, all these other things. Um, what, of course, the time frame, but what um, is the end goal for this year?
For to have, I'm gonna say at least have 50. And it might be a lot high, but at least have 50 students committed, you know what I mean, to the program, especially if we get a building and we get locked in. Because, like you said, it's a nonprofit organization. I don't want a dollar from this. I just want people to back it so we can put everything into it so we can create these young men and young women that we expect to succeed in society. You understand what I'm saying? So, if we get this thing running next, yeah, 50 kids that I'm talking about committed, that we in the program, we supporting one another, and we actually making this thing happen.
So, what is the process of getting kids in there? How do a parent who sees this, who's anticipating your opening and anticipating what you're doing, the great things, even with the coaching situation, but how do they actually go about the process of getting their kids, and what is it? How's the process?
So, of course, I'm gonna create like an application, and just you got to have a lot of things nowadays, like the COVID and all those things. So of course fill out the application, but I want my motto to be that we don't turn down no kid. I ultimately want the funding for it because I don't want a registration fee. I don't want nothing from you but your child, and y'all willing to invest in the program so the program can actually we can work it together and it actually benefit from it. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't take nothing but an application. You know what I mean? For us to who you are, where you live, things of that nature. That way, emergency contact. If anything happened and like probably a COVID form, but other than that, nothing. Just a child legs.
So you just said that you want your motto to be no child turned down, turned away, right? So
Right.
is your program? I know you got the city behind you. You know what I'm saying? Richmond City is your stopping ground. So did that mean that this program is open to any kid in the area altogether, all around the board?
Right. In the kid, if you even if you're in the south side and you feel like we have a great program that's gonna help your kid, I would love and you willing to travel to north side to be a part of our program. I wouldn't see no problem with us accepting that kid.
So as far as the actual staff and people that you want there, tell me about that. Like, are you open? Do you need people to reach out to you or whatever as far as volunteers when it comes to staff and support, field trips, events, things that you want to do with the children? Um, what do you want to speak on as far as that's concerned?
Like I know a lot of mentors, so like I hope some people see this and want to be a part. But I got a lot of people, great people that surrounding me, teachers, accountants, all type of fields and careers. So I know that I pretty much have the support from them to help with my babies and get these babies on the right track in life.
All right, so we ready to wrap it up. Since we had our little technical difficulties, this still gonna be part two, and you'll be able to share both of them and do whatever you want to do with both of them. But tell me why was it important for you to come on here and just talk about the things and talk about who Coach Tim is?
Because I feel like I'm a behind the scenes dude. Like I got my Facebook and I post my little pictures of my family, but I'm a behind the scenes dude. I'm an action dude. Like
Mhm.
I'm do it. I don't really want to get seen for doing it. You know what I mean? So you know I absolutely love the platform that you have created. I felt like it was awesome, dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at legs. You know what I mean? So I felt absolutely like a sense of accomplishment for you to even to say, heck yeah, Tim, I would love for you to come on here. You know what I'm saying? Because I put in a whole lot of hard work that goes unnoticed, Lex. You know what I'm saying? So for you to like, look, man, heck yeah, some people need to hear your story, Tim. Because a lot of people always tell me I'm a great guy, but you know what I mean. Like I said, I try to do the work behind the scenes. You know what I mean. I don't want to be noticed for doing what I feel like that's in my heart. You know what I mean.
I think that I spoke about this yesterday on my other interview, and I think that a lot of people, right, when you're doing something good, right, and you being genuine, it's hard for you to acknowledge what you're doing because that's what you want to do. So I think that what you're doing don't go unseen. It's just that because it's what you want to do, you doing it without one recognition. And I think that sometimes when you sit down and you contemplate all the things you have done, you think about, oh man, they ain't say. But at the end of the day, people are seeing what you're doing, and I think that they gravitate towards you because they see the change and the progress of the things you're doing. Like it's gonna be people that don't know you that can't approach you that's proud of you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be people that see you on the field that you played a game against that's gonna say or see your pictures and your videos and that you coaching and you've been a great father. They proud of you, but they not gonna just inbox you, hey, I'm proud of you. But in all reality, this is what goes on behind the scenes. Like you say, you behind the scenes guy. This is what goes on behind the scenes. You got a lot of people that's gonna admire you that's just scared to say it because they don't want to look like they're a groupie or look like but that's what happens when you genuinely doing something that you want to do. It's gonna go. It's gonna seem like it's unnoticed. It's going without recognition. But in all reality, everybody know it inside of them who you are when they encounter you, the way they look at you, the way they dap you up, the way they have conversation with you. All that is because they know that you're a good person and what you're doing is elevating. And I think it's easy to elevate off being genuine because, like I said, it's what you really want to do. And sometimes when you've been in the street and when you've been through hard things and you come up out of it, it's like all you know is to be genuine. It's like where the fucked up shit got you.
Right.
So it's like, damn, this is all I can offer you. Either you take it or you leave it.
But see,
You know
you
what I
get
mean?
paid for being genuine nowadays. Like I promise you, Charlotte. Like you just invest in something, and like you said, you know how passionate I am, how much I care. You know what I mean? So that it is a two-way street because just being genuine. Some people tend to play on that. You know what I'm saying? And being that you are who you are, and you care as much as you care. They don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes why they get the reaction they get, or you know what I'm saying, you be the person you be to them because I'm a principle a person of morals and principles, and I feel like we lack that a lot. That's in youth sports too. You know what I mean? And that's why I love you when you say, "Look, man, I have to be loyal. This is where we started at. This is where you're gonna be at." You know what I mean? And that says a lot to who you are and your character. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Even though I know it's been 1,000 people in your inbox trying to get AJ, but you are who you are, and I love
But
that.
they want AJ because they want to win, and they feel like he'll be an asset. Don't want nobody that look at my son as an asset. If you don't know him personally and think that you can develop his skills as a player and you can contribute to him longevity, I don't want him as an asset. But we're not speaking to you. I'm talking about other people that don't even know me and don't even know him and don't even know how we came into the organization. Like I'm not gonna let you handle my kid as a pawn or as a piece that you move across the board. I can't fade it. And win, lose, or draw, whatever my son encounters, he gonna encounter loyalty. He gonna encounter um pride. Just a bunch of different things is building his integrity. And he gotta know this. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. You know what I mean? But as a team, it's a team effort. And you could be the best player on the team. But if it's not an effort, then hey, look, you might lose.
Right.
So that's what I'm instilling in my son. And I think that regardless of what being genuine, you can't, in my opinion, like I didn't learn all this stuff I done been through. Like I gotta be in control of what I'm doing. So if I encounter somebody who can't realize that my genuineness and might try to play me to the left, then I gotta peel off on them. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm doing right now is trying to surround myself by all these genuine people who really got things going on and trying to, be better people because I know what it was like to be fucked up and be in fucked up situations. So with this, I'm just trying to surround myself with people that I know. Even by stepping back there, I can look and watch and see the tone of your voice, the movements, what you do with the kids. I can already see that your purpose was something other than winning. And yeah, you might get caught up in winning because shit, if you got a streak where you always winning, you got a team, a squad every year, you win. Yeah, you can get caught up in that. But
Right.
the underlying motive is the children. And I'm not gonna hold you with that. You know what I mean? And I think that this program, I hope that by people that I don't even know that's watching this and that's following my page, that see the genuineness in your and what you're saying and the way you're trying to do things for the kids. I really hope that it hit home to people who want to help and aid in doing things for the children. Um, so we ready to wrap this up. You got anything else you want to say?
Man, I just love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, Lex.
Thank you, and I appreciate you for coming on and talking about this. It's an awesome program. I know it's gonna work. I know it's gonna be there, and I know what manifestation does. So as long as you keep talking about it and keep putting that work in, at the end of the year, everything you say you want is gonna happen because you're gonna manifest it, and you a good dude, and the kids need it. And like I said, with this platform, I'm praying that the people who watching and who also is involved in the community um, can contact you and talk to you and put you and drop some I don't know give you something that maybe you ain't
Right, right, right. Give me
had.
some tangible things that I can take on and help these babies. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Definitely. So I look forward to seeing you on the field. Ain't no
Okay.
hard feelings. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hard feelings at all. I'm gonna talk my shit on the sideline,
You
but
know,
it's all love. I might even have my equipment out there interviewing the kids. I really want to do that as well. My sister said it might be a good idea to try to like help prepare some of the kids uh for interviews, if they plan on taking stuff seriously, like coming out there interviewing the coach about the game and what they doing next, and the kids about why they, how they felt on the field. So I think that's what I might do, being that it's gonna be so many organizations under one umbrella.
yeah,
Um,
that'll
so
be
yeah, I ain't gonna hold that up. I put you on the mic. You get to talk about how the game was and how y'all lost and all that good stuff.
okay. I'm looking forward to it because soon as I'm coming to fan the camera.
Yeah, you gonna see me. I'm be posted out there. You don't. We ain't not gonna look. You gonna see the big ass thing in the back. I'll be sitting there like I'm a professional, like we on Channel 6 News.
Yeah,
But
'cause I know we probably come to Big City. So yeah,
hey,
we
I'm
gonna be
trying to
out there.
tell you, I'm duck. I'm trying to tell you because my hands be all in when it comes to cheering and that football. I love it. Um, But nevertheless, let the people know how they can find you if they want to talk to you about anything. If people want to reach out to you about your organization and what you're trying to do, let the people know how they can find you.
I got Instagram. I think it's at Ti Mitch 24, and on Facebook Tim Mitchell. I'm more of a Facebook dude, like you said. I really like just posting experience with my family, but as the program grow and as I can advertise it more and more and more, and people come about and trying to help me get this off the ground, you know, maybe we really get this thing started, Lex. And like I said, I appreciate your support, you having me on your platform. It's mean a lot to me, and hopefully this really helped me achieve.
Yeah, I'm gonna push this as hard as I can because I
Yeah,
believe in it. I believe in you, and that's what I needed. People for to believe in me, and they did. And now look what I'm doing. So I already know what that means. So I believe in you, and I'm gonna make sure that people hear this. I already put some bugs out there, so uh, it's gonna happen.
all right. And if you get somebody, and I'm gonna get my presentation and everything, like I say, polished up, and I'm gonna email it to you.
Yep,
And you said maybe you could put it in the right hands.
yep, I
Again,
can.
appreciate you, baby.
Yep, make sure you do that. I already talked to somebody who close to the council people about it, and that day he had a whole bunch of stuff going on. So when you get it drawing up, and when you critique it or whatever you need, just send it to me, and I'm gonna do what I need to do with it.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. So appreciate you.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
make sure you share it so everybody can hear. Is it's two different
I'm.
videos, so we gonna have to just rock out like that.
I got you.
All right, my dog. I
All right.
see you on the field.
Okay.